My name is Jenna Pilant, and I'm a style-crazed full-time creative living in sunny San Diego. In 2016, my husband and I purchased our forever home, and now, in between balancing my upholstery business, our 4 dogs, and just life in general, I'm going to renovate our home room by room, project by project myself, with some fun help from a few of my friends along the way. And I'm going to share it all with you right here on YouTube. So, are you ready to see a room bloom?
All right, color loves, it's time to get back to that atomic atrium project. Yeppers, the Jeffrey Court renovation challenge has wrapped. We sadly didn't win. Womp womp womp. But let's be real, I've never been good at popularity contests. And even though I'm still hella worn out from that renovation challenge, your girl has got to get back to work on that sunken living room because 1, Home Depot is sponsoring, and letting them down would be like letting down my grandma Margaret. The Pilants are officially fully vaxxed and want to host something for our friends inside this atomic atrium project sooner rather than later. And 3, mostly because I am finally to a point with our house renovations that I am just sick of all of that dust that comes with it. That's right, Daryl Pilant. Did you actually hear me say I am tired of a mess? Okay, so the last time we worked on the atomic atrium project, I was grinding those concrete stairs smooth and ended up making a dusty disaster of our entire home. Yeah, not good. No wonder why Dig calls me Pigpen. And then I got roped into that 6-week-long renovation challenge for our half bathroom, which brings us up to the here and now. And I am so stoked to finally be building the furniture we'll be setting on in this conversation pit. Well, sort of building. I say sorta because we are basically building the bases in which the concrete countertop mix will encapsulate, which will help offset some of the weight and work of this massive design project. So I'm going to use these 2x12s, the ones you see me and Dee carrying in right now, to ultimately create enclosed framing that will eat a giant chunk of the size I want these concrete built-ins to finish as. Those 2x12s cut and framed into place, I caulked around all of its seams with concrete sealant to keep the future concrete countertop mix from seeping into the framing's cracks. Next, waterproofing these newly built-in wooden structures with RedGuard, which will protect the wood from the concrete's moisture. After the RedGuard dried, I attached wire mesh to every inch of the furniture's framing. This mesh will help adhere the future concrete to the wood, adding more stability to this aspect of the atomic atrium project. Oh, don't mind my supervisor checking in with me. Cash, the sweetest damn dog ever. By the way, I am pretty sure wire mesh was created by the devil because holy cannoli, color lovers, even with gloves and long sleeves, it ripped the hell out of my skin. Then, just like those concrete stairs a few episodes back, I used pieces of melamine board I cut to create concrete molds for our future concrete benches. I love tasks like these, ultimately building something that currently lives inside my design eye out of basic materials. Something out of nothing. I legit almost forgot about the electrical for the side tables, but luckily remembered before I built their molds. I use these deep outlet boxes used in foundation pours for floor level outlets because design-wise, outlets almost level with the surface of these built-in side tables is ideal. All right, electrical misstep avoided. Now how about we build that side table mold? Now one would think that with the experience I gained pouring those first 2 sets of stairs and that 4th wall edge, that this rainbow assessed doer would be feeling pretty confident. And while it's definitely halvesies on that one because for the stairs and the ledge, I use Quikrete 5000. And for the next set of pours, I have opted to use Quikrete's countertop mix. So I'm feeling a little apprehensive because it is a product I have technically not worked with yet. But you know, nothing like the present to learn. And yes, the hubster did get in on the action yet again, not wanting his lady to do all that heavy lifting on her own. Such a gentleman. We started to experience a little bit of bowing with the melamine with this initial built-in bench pour, so we made the judgment call to pour the side tables separately. Thus, I threw on the exact same work clothes the very next day to finish the side table. Then got to building the second set of built-in furniture molds. Keeping the exact same measurements as the last time, but altering some of the how it's built to hopefully keep the mold from bowing a little bit like last time. Basically, I reinforced mold 2 with any piece of scrap wood I had on hand. Dee's like, I think you might have overdid it a little bit. Maybe, but bowing be damned. And all that reinforcement did pay off. We negated the bowing and the second built-in furniture pour went so dang well. I gotta say, we work well together as Team Pilant. Allowing the countertop mix to dry for 24 hours before tearing back the melamine molds. Only turning around to use those scraps for the second and final side table mold. I honestly felt really bad for Dee when we wrapped that second side table because he thought we were done. But we still had 1/8 and final concrete pour for the entire project, and that was the built-in furniture's inside back walls. The area where the back cushions lean and ultimately where your back will be when you're sitting in the conversation pit. And I had just enough material to build their molds, 1 remaining melamine board. Sealing any remaining seams in the pit's walls before securing the inside back molds into place. It was a trickier build this time around with the molds, but I was determined to cross concrete off my Atomic Atrium projects to-do list. I cannot even begin to tell you how good it felt knowing this 8th and final pour was our last one for the project. I mean, don't get me wrong or anything, I had an absolute blast learning how to work with this new to me medium. But I'm ready for all future concrete projects to be taken outside. Because that concrete dust is no joke. But I do dare say it will be worth it in the end though, because check out this space now. Yepers, we are one giant heap closer to finishing our Atomic Atrium project, and none of it would have been possible without the Home Depot. Now I just have to worry about the tile, upholstery, lighting, and color. Of course, color. Oh, and remedying those little imperfections you might be seeing in our concrete pours. Those certain areas where some spots are a little rougher and not eye-appeasing like the others, well, don't worry. I do in fact know how to remedy those with products as well from the Home Depot. So stay tuned for that in a future episode. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a house to go de-dust. Ugh. Send help!